This is the pressure wand from a Briggs and Stratton Brute gas pressure washer, model number F020290. This came to me as a curb find, and the nozzle was jammed, among other things, like O-rings, which are destroyed. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about this pressure nozzle and them being plugged. Hopefully you can see that I can see light down this. This nozzle is not plugged, however it was when I got it. And getting it apart is what this video is about. So we're going to get right to the magic bit, which is totally disassembling this nozzle. Again, this is a Briggs and Stratton pressure nozzle. This type of nozzle we've seen on other devices. So tools that I'm using are basically pokey bits. If you look carefully, you can see that on either side of this there are holes in here and here. We're going to use those to lift this lip off like that. And then we're going to stick our pokey bit in there. And we're going to leave it. And then we're going to go around and we're going to do this side. We're going to crank that out. And then I'm going to work into this little lip underneath here, which hopefully you can see. And then we're going to force this outer sleeve forward. So if you can see that this stayed up over it, and it's come over this sleeve, over this little shelf. So we're going to crack this thing off. This should come right off. There you go. There's two magic bits about these pressure nozzles. One is getting them apart so that you can get at the actual nozzle tip in there. And the other one is that the manual suggests you use a 2mm Allen key to try and get your nozzle out. And oh no, I've stripped it out. Oh, no you didn't. These are garbage. We're going to use something else. Again, we're going to take this thing apart and we're going to do that. So we got our pokey bit back. This is a little captive bar, and we're going to push this out. This is not caught on anything. It just comes right out. And then this piece will come off. This is your nozzle. This little bit right there. This is the little bit that you're trying to get into with this guy, and oh no, it's not doing anything. Again, these are garbage. We're going to use this one, which is a this is just a hex bit, similar to you probably got one of these in your collection of bits that you got from the whatever. We all have a million of these, and they probably have a 2mm hex in them. So word to that. This we're going to put in here, and we're going to discover, if we can score a focus, that this thing works just fine. And our nozzle is out. Do not lose your nozzle, because that would make you sad. But there it is. Let's see if I don't know if you can actually see through this one or not. It would be sweet if the focus would catch on this. That's your nozzle. It's very tiny. At this point, you can get a little pokey bit through there, or through the back. But that's the big trick, is getting this apart. So we're going to keep taking this thing apart, just because we are. These little, I guess we're going to, I don't know, we're going to call these little guides or whatever. These are barely kept in here, basically by the spring pressure of these plastic pieces. Again, you don't need to do this, but we're doing it. And inside of this is I guess this is probably a brass or maybe a bronze sleeve, which we're going to take out two. This has been completely disassembled, and this is the sleeve, which is inside this guy. This is how this nozzle functions largely. Is, if you can see that, there is a little, there's kind of a lip. Whoops, we had a little bit of a card failure. So where I was, I had an opportunity to clean some of these up before we put this together. I used a calcium lime rust remover and just wiped it down. Didn't, used a plastic brush, nothing crazy, no wire wheel or anything like that. Just wiped down, which is fine. I put you can put the glop of choice on your O-rings. I have this stuff, which is a silicone grease. I'm not sure which direction we're reading this properly, but that's what I'm using. So just to show you briefly how this thing actually even works, if you can see carefully, there's a recess in this sleeve. This sleeve is locked into this guy. When you pull this back, as it says on here, high pressure, low pressure, high pressure, low pressure. That'll make more sense in a second. This is going to slide over here. You can see there's three spots where water comes out of. One, essentially goes through here. Two, and then the high pressure port, which is 3, which is where your nozzle screws into. We're going to put this on here. This is low pressure, and it allows water to bypass from the jets back here, from the ports back here, plus the nozzle. So that's everything. And then when you pull it back, it's going to seal these two ports off and leave you only the central nozzle where the high pressure water is coming out. So this, moving this forward is going to substantially reduce the pressure coming through that nozzle. That's how that thing works. We'll visit that in a second. So we're going to start putting this thing back together right now. So now we're actually going to put this thing together. And the first thing that you want to do is put your little tiny nozzle back in. I've purposely plugged this one, and we're going to try and do some sort of before and after things towards the end of this video. You can hang out and watch it if you'd like to. So we're just going to start that. You want to start that carefully, because if you strip this out, you are pretty much hosed. One thing I did not mention is if you look at this very closely, you may see that this has a thread locker on it. This thread locker was put on by the factory. I didn't have any problems getting this thing off. That may be drama. You could also use the thread locker putting this thing back on again. I'm not doing that. Maybe I'll regret that later. Maybe not. Okay, so we got our nozzle back in. We're going to set this down for a second. This goes on next, but we need to get this sleeve in here. This sleeve just kind of drops in here. However, it's not down there all the way enough. We need to get that down a little bit so that we can make clearance for this pin, which we're going to be visiting in a second. So we're going to use the little hammery guy, and we're just going to tap that back in place. And that should be fine. You don't need to really beat this thing too much. You just need to get it seated down in the bottom of this guy. And I'm just using a socket. I'm sure you can use anything. This, we're going to slide on here like that. And so the point is that you need to have a gap to get this pin in. And if you don't get this sleeve all the way up into that thing, you're not going to have that gap. So we got that gap. This pin is now going to go, and it just presses in and just sits there. It's at this point that we're going to, actually, let's put this guy back on. We took this off for no real reason. This is just gonna clip in here, and that's that. However, this needs to fit through that, so we're just going to put this on here lightly and use this guy to grab the wings of this thing together, so that we can fit them through without cranking too bad. And I got that. So at this point, we're just gonna, and that's that. So you can see that's all together. We've got, this is low pressure, high pressure, and we have our adjustment for, what is this going to be? Fan and stream. So again, this nozzle is totally corked if I did it right, and we'll do some before and afters, and we'll get this all put together, and there's that. So these next three clips are the pressure washers. This is obviously with the motor on. The nozzle is totally plugged. This is the low pressure setting. You can see that it's certainly low pressure, not very exciting. We're going to bring up the high pressure, and you'll see that nothing's happening. That's right, nothing. High pressure. Nothing. You know, the gun jumps around a little bit, and then when you bring it back to low pressure, the stored up pressure kind of farts out of it, and there you are with not very exciting stream of water. This next clip is with the motor off, and the nozzle has been cleared. You can see that that's what you should be seeing with the motor off and the water on. See that little nozzle, that little jet right there? That's the high pressure setting, and that's where the nozzle is cleared. This last clip is really very short. Shows the high pressure functioning. If you look at that block in the center, you'll see that that is old paint, and I had totally cleaned that off in a different clip that didn't make it. But that's pretty aggressive. It's pretty good, and the nozzle's clear, and I can strip off old paint or clean things.